his opponent. In the red corner, well known to the Atlanta audience, he's considered one of the sport's fastest kickers. He is also 22 years old, 5 foot 9 inches tall, and weighed in at 140 pounds with a 15-2 record. Ladies and gentlemen, in this rematch, I present Jerry Trimble.
There you have it, Anthony Thompson versus Jerry Trimble, and that is a fact, a rematch from a very closely contested contest before that Trimble won.
Trimble pulled out just a squeaker, I think, with Anthony Thompson in their first meeting, and Anthony Thompson, I think, felt all along that he should have won, and he's really happy to be back here and wants a shot at Trimble because Trimble is really getting a lot of recognition. He's recently broken into the world ratings at the number 9 position, so Thompson has a chance to put himself up in the world ratings.
And Trimble is one of those very attractive fighters to the crowd because of his flashy kicking style. We'll see. Against some opponents that are much taller than Trimble, he can get up high enough to land an effective kick to the face.
Well, he's got terrific flexibility. Of course, the first essential physical quality for kickers is to have good body flexibility, and Trimble certainly has that.
This is a 6-round light welterweight match. A semi-main between Jerry Trimble and the Gold Pants. From Atlanta, Georgia, 15-2 the record.
Reminder, you guys, make sure you keep your kicks above the
Will.
waist. In the case of a knockdown, I'll direct the standing fire to a neutral corner. You'll stay there until I call you back. Very important when I say break, make sure you break clean. Step back. Do not hit or kick after I say break because it will be a foul. Do not hit or kick the fighter when he's on the floor. There's no clinching, no holding. Shake hands now. We'll begin with the bow.
One of the most outstanding officials in PKA full contact karate, J.T. Will, and of course an author, as well as I understand he's getting into the promotion business.
He has his first event scheduled there in Columbus on May 14th. I know all the people in Columbus will want to come out and see that.
We're underway. Trimble versus Thompson. What should be a very exciting 6 rounds.
Well, Trimble just started right out even before the bell almost with the spinning kick.
Watch the head, watch the head. Get off the rope.
You can hear J.T. Will. He's mic'd for this one. Oh, a nice front kick. Came up from underneath.
Well, Trimble's making a basic mistake again in that he lets his hands drop.
Don't hold him. Keep your arm off him.
But he does it at a point whenever actually he's far enough out of range where he's not in too much danger. But against more experienced, more skillful fighters, he may have a real problem if he doesn't learn to keep those hands up.
A nice side kick going into the body of Trimble. Anthony Thompson, and Trimble stepped in nicely that time on the move.
Well, Trimble's used to fighting with good kickers, and so Thompson, maybe not being quite as skillful with his kicks, is going to have a little tougher time. Thompson's better off sticking to that type of kicking rather than trying to be flashy himself. Those good, solid, straight-line side kicks are really what he should be doing.
And that generates so much power, too, John, when you've got that other foot for leverage and moving away and springing that foot backwards.
Well, it's just like stomping is what a side kick is, and you've got all that body weight behind it.
You notice how Trimble very alertly picked out a spot for that kick. Timed it nicely.
Well, excellent counter kicking skills shown then by Jerry Trimble.
Both fighters not waiting to feel each other out much at all in this first round, and slipped.
Here we go. Ready? Continue.
Trimble hitting the canvas with 16 seconds now remaining in the first round.
Well, Trimble's trying actually to counter kick. He's letting Thompson rather come in and commit himself, and then Trimble's trying to counter punch and counter kick. Trimble still doesn't hit with a lot of combinations. Over 1,000 competitors here, from white belt all the way up to black belt, men, women, children. It's like a 30-ring circus going on.
Anthony Thompson in white, Jerry Trimble in the gold pants. Round 2 underway.
Trimble throws his good spinning hook kick that just almost landed solid.
What about the score, John?
In the first round, I had 10 points for Jerry Trimble, 9 points for Anthony Thompson, so a 10-9 edge. Again, my scoring is unofficial. The judges at ringside, based on their positioning around the ring, may score the round differently than I would score it.
Both fighters kind of backing off after the assault is made.
Well, they start at a very fast pace. They're scheduled for 6 rounds. That's quite a lot of time, so They don't want to burn themselves out early, but they seem to be going at a fairly rapid pace.
Watch the knee, watch the knee.
A good left hand that time. It was hard to detect, but the left hand landed on Trimble's jaw and probably prevented him from pursuing the attack against the ropes.
Well, he moved in, and Thompson did hit him with a good straight left. Trimble seemed to feel it.
Good round kick coming in right underneath the elbow by Trimble that time, and that takes its toll, even though it doesn't look that powerful at this time.
Well, Trimble does a good job of kicking out of the clashes. That's something that's very hard to teach good fighters, but a lot of times they'll punch, 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 and then when they start to break, they'll back up and won't throw anything. The better fighters will kick as they're coming out. And Trimble's doing that. Thompson really isn't doing that.
14 seconds remaining in round 2. Trimble looking for a shot, couldn't find the opening.
Well, Thompson just ducked his head and buried up there because I think he was concerned about all the spins that were going to be coming. He has to hit 10 kicks or he'll be disqualified.
Has to make those kicks up. So what would that mean as far as the scoring, John?
Well, that would make my unofficial scoring 20 points for Jerry Trimble after 2 rounds, 18 points, but then 2 more points would be taken off at the score table.
Thompson smiling, but he walked right into a fine right hand by Trimble.
Thompson really doesn't have a whole lot to smile about at this point, I would say. I'm sure his corner has advised him that missing those kicks, he's got to make them up. He's got to hit 10 this round.
Thompson's not able to take advantage. Well, that time he did with a spinning back fist. I was just going to say that Trimble's hands down low. Thompson has not been able to take advantage of it, but he certainly did that time.
Break! Don't lean on it, don't lean on it.
Well, he's really got to be concerned about that. I'm sure Asa Gordon stays on him in the gym constantly about those hands because the better fighters are going to get on top of him and make him pay.
Fight out, let's go, fight out, come on.
Jerry Trimble, by virtue of being in those world ratings, is going to start having to fight some of those weighted fighters, and those hands are going to have to stay up or he's going to be in big trouble.
Trimble looking over to the cards right now on the side to give him some indication as to the number of kicks.
Don't lean on him.
Now, that's the tough thing about the spinning back fist. If it doesn't land just right, you can be penalized for it.
Well, it's very dangerous because you come around and you can hit with the forearm or the elbow, which, of course, can cause cuts, injuries, and you will be penalized and fouled if you don't hit with the glove portion of the hand.
That particular blow not hard enough to warrant anything other than a warning. Trimble in gold, Anthony Thompson from North Carolina in white. As time running down here in round 3, 10 seconds remaining in round 3. Both fighters now starting to slow down drastically, as you mentioned the very, very quick pace earlier, John.
I think Anthony is sitting back trying to look for that big home run shot. I think he wants to hit him with a good knockout punch.
There's the end of the round. He Will's ready to go. We've got round 4. Spinning kick that time that landed on the elbow, the sidearm of Trimble. Landed with enough force to be counted as an official kick.
Certainly did. Anthony Thompson hit 12 kicks in that last round. So he did, in fact, make up the kicks that he had to. He still is going to be penalized 2 points out of round 2.
So how would you have it scored now after 3 rounds?
I've got it 30-27 in favor of Jerry Trimble.
No.
Kind of pulled him down with the leg wrap that time.
Continue.
Referee did not call that a knockdown because it was sort of a push down.
The momentum that the swing gets on those spinning kicks.
The spinning kicks are a very dangerous kick, and Trimble uses them very well only because he is so fast. A person who's slower and turns slower can put themselves into a very precarious situation.
Thompson trying to jab up top where Trimble is obviously not protecting himself, but Trimble is very quick movements. He's able to avoid anything with just the movement of the head so far.
Again, Thompson is having trouble dealing with the kicks. He can't really kick with Trimble, and that's become obvious, I'm sure, to him. So what he's trying to do is to land the hard knockout punch.
Beautiful right hand that time by Trimble. Oh, he timed it perfectly as Thompson came around and smacked right on the jaw. Another effective blow by Trimble. He gets the right hand left. It looks like it's finishing time right now for Trimble. He's got the look in his eyes. Thompson trying to hold on as much as he can, and Trimble, will he run out of gas too soon?
Fight out,
That's another factor.
Thompson's still able to throw hard punches, even though he took a pretty good beating in that few seconds.
Oh, beautiful right hand that time by Trimble. 12 seconds remaining in the round. Now, Trimble's been kicking so much, he's got a tear in his pants. There's the end of the round 5 underway. Trimble in gold. Right now would have the edge in this battle. Our semi-main event, as we also anticipate outstanding action and 7 rounds of heavyweight action between Joe Louis and Charlton Young coming up.
I scored that last round for Jerry Trimble 10-8. I gave him a 2-point edge, which is a big edge, but I thought he really did dominate the round. I've got that 40-35 at this point unofficially, and that again does not take into account the 2-point penalty. So I'm sure that Anthony Thompson's corner has told him that he's probably going to have to score a knockout in order to win this fight.
Nope.
Another nice, solid punch. As that time, Trimble just simply caught Thompson coming in and used the momentum to his advantage.
Well, Thompson's trying to pick off Trimble's jab and counter jab, but he doesn't have time to do that. He's got to have to put the pressure on and really get after Trimble if he plans to win this fight. He doesn't have the luxury of being able to stand back and counterfight.
Trimble cannot afford, though, to be unaware that Thompson could end this fight.
I'm sure with 12 knockouts, Trimble's very much aware that Thompson does possess that potential.
PK full contact karate, 2-minute rounds, 1-minute rest period in between. 4-ounce gloves. 6 ounce.
I'm sorry, 8.
8 ounce, okay. They've changed the rules.
Well, the welterweights and lighter wear the 8-ounce gloves. The middleweights and up wear the 10-ounce gloves.
10 seconds remaining. Both fighters now wearing down somewhat here in the 5th. There's the bell. We're ready for the final round of our 6-round light welterweight bout. Trimble in gold, Anthony Thompson in white. Trimble with the edge now.
I think
Thompson. The final round.
I think Thompson is probably very frustrated at this point because he has really been unable to deal with Trimble's kicks, and I don't think he feels he's got the energy now to score the knockout. So he's probably just trying to finish this fight.
And I might remind you that occasionally you'll be hearing the voice, JT Will, the referee in the ring, as he shouts out instructions. JT's one of the best at that.
Well, he's probably had more action in the ring than anybody in the world in full contact karate.
What is your actual count now, John?
I've got the fight scored 50-44 for Jerry Trimble, a very commanding lead. And Trimble, of course, now just moving in and throwing kicks and picking Thompson apart. Thompson's looking once again to try to score that one big home run.
Good jab. Beautiful left jab that just snapped. So far, no cuts. Really no obvious damage.
Both fighters are in good shape physically from the standpoint of damage. Neither have been hurt badly.
Trimble with almost a stare in his eye as he moves in with jabs, going up top.
Well, Trimble, I'm sure, would love to score a knockout here in front of
hard left hand that time. Caught right under the chin, almost the neck. Beautiful right hand as he took Asa Gordon's advice, shouting from the cordon. Jab of the right hand, and we've got the break at 14 seconds.
3, 4, 5.
A standing count now allowed this season
8
in professional full contact fights.
Well, yeah, the professionals and the amateurs can receive a standing 8. Once again, the referees attempting to, first and foremost, watch out for